Okay, this is gonna be my Spider-Man 1 with Toby Maguire movie review. This movie is from 2002. So basically our it's not the first Spider-Man movie, but let's say it's the first Spider-Man movie. So in the beginning, we see Peter. He's a total loser, but he sees Mary Jane, which he is in love with, but she's together with Flash Thompson. I think Flash Thompson isn't. Actually, I don't know what he is. He looks like a quarterback. Like he has that kind of jacket on, and he's looking like muscular. So I think he's a quarterback in this movie. And Peter, basically in this movie, in the beginning, in the start, he's just a loser with no superpowers. Nobody likes him. When like he's trying to get on the bus, and the bus driver sees him like running after the bus, and bus driver doesn't even stop for a few streets. He stopped though because or finally he stopped because Mary Jane told him Peter has been like following the bus for a few streets. And then when he gets on the bus, nobody wants to let him sit him next to them. And even somebody of like Flash's friends, of Flash Thompson's friends, um trips Peter, so he falls down and like embarrasses himself in front of everyone. Okay, next scene. Let's see. Oh, this one's a very big meme. So the next scene is Peter, or not actually Peter, Harry Osborn, arriving at the. I think it's a science, something with science museum. I think it's a science center or something like that. I don't know. So Harry arrives with Norman Osborn, played by William Dafoe. William Dafoe, what, however you want to call him, like he himself said his name different multiple times. Um, Harry's like embarrassed. He doesn't want to be arriving in this like extra luxurious car. It's like a old vintage luxurious car that you would maybe like see in like the Cars movie from, I think Cars from Pixar, right? Yeah. Um so he and his dad arrive in that car, and Harry's like embarrassed because he doesn't want to see in that car want to be seen in that car. Norman's like, don't be ashamed of who you are. Or Norman was first like, what can I do if my son is like failing all the exclusive, luxurious colleges, high schools, or so. I don't even know. I think they're still in high school for this movie in the beginning. Then Harry's like, no, I'm not embarrassed for that. I'm embarrassed for, and then he stops. Like he doesn't want to tell his father that he's embarrassed because of his father. I think I'm pretty sure he's embarrassed because of his father. Um, so Harry goes out. Harry forgets his backpack. Norman goes over to bring him his backpack. Norman tells him, "Hey, you forgot something." Um, Harry then is like, "Oh, Peter, this is my father." Or yeah, he said. I think he said word for word. Peter, this is my father. And Norman Osborn is then like, "Hello, Peter. I heard a lot from you. I heard you are a scientist. Now here comes the here comes the perfect. I don't know if this is the perfect meme, but I think this is the most, or at least one of the most memed, probably actually the most memed meme in the whole Raimi trilogy. Norman says, "You know what? I'm something of a scientist myself." So, the very first time I saw that movie, I didn't think anything of it. But now, like years later, with all the memes, I couldn't take that scene seriously. Like, not that, like, other memes that come from it, like, um, Peter is he does makes photos of photographer, and Norman says like, you know what, I'm something of a photographer myself, or something of a model myself, and then you see like Willem Dafoe in like very funny poses, which is very interesting. Um, but yeah, that scene is definitely something that still in my mind. I still think it's funny. Next scene, Peter. They all go in there in the science center, and Peter's like looking around, making photos. Mary Jane is like a photo model for him. Like he takes pictures of her uh, while she's posing for him for the photos. Um, then I think they come all together. So the scientist talks something about the spiders. The scientist says like there are 15 spiders modified, genetically modified or something like that. And Mary Jane's like, there are 14. The scientist says, what? Mary Jane says like, there are 14. There's one missing. So they're all like split up, and we see the spider. Like I'm pretty sure we see the spider going down with its like spider web and landing on, I think it was Peter's right hand, on the upper side of his right hand. Uh, it lands on there. It bits him, and he's like, "Oh, ouch!" And then the spider goes away. So the spider, I think, never got caught. So the spider is still loose, if I'm correct, which is interesting. But Peter gets bitten by a spider. He sees that he got like a bite mark. It's like a white something. He arrives home. There's Uncle Ben and um, Aunt May. They're waiting for him. They want to talk with him. He's like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I want to go to sleep." So he's in his room, and then it's like really sick, and we see him topless. Like we see him topless, like rather skinny. I'd say skinny, yeah. And he feels like sick, and he like puts a blanket around him, and he goes on the floor, and he's like hallucinating, I think, or something. Okay. Next scene. In the next scene, we see Norman Osborn trying to prove the success with his experiment to the army general. Um, so next scene is there's an army general. He's like inspecting Norman's progress and success with the experiment. There's also another scientist, and the other scientist is basically saying like, yeah, we are not so far in the progress. We didn't make any success so far, or something like that. And Norman Osborn is obviously very like mad at him. He's like, "Don't fuck this up. Come on, man. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up." And Norman is like, Norman's like, "No, we're making very much progress. Um, and stuff like that. Like he's trying to um like he's trying to make it seem like they're making progress even though they are not making any progress. Okay, let's see what's the next scene. Oh, I just realized. I first told how Peter got home and felt sick, and then Norman's that he didn't have any success. Okay, switch those scenes up. First Norman, uh, no, first Peter gets bitten, then Norman tries to prove success to the army general. Then Peter gets home, feels sick, goes sleep. Now the next scene. It's now nighttime, I think, and Norman Osborn tries the experiment on himself. This is the first human experiment that they do with that I forgot serum with that serum that they are doing. Um, and he does to himself with the other scientists that said like they didn't have a lot of success. So now they're doing that first human experiment, the first human trial on Norman Osborn. He gets injected with the serum. We see like a green fog. He jumps out of the thing that like holding him. He goes like up to the other scientists and says like, no success. Like he's like talking about how the other scientists told the army general that they had no success with the serum and the test trials and whatever. So he kills that all the scientists and he's like mad, really mad. You can see in his face like crazy and laughing like it's crazy. It's like just insane, just nuts basically. And he kills his colleague, by the way. In the next scene, Peter wakes up. So, in my opinion, Peter waking up, Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker waking up and realizing his powers is, in my opinion, much better than Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker waking up and realizing his powers. I feel like Tobey Maguire's one is, how can I define it? It's probably more epic. It's probably shown better, I think. I cannot remember Andrew's one. I don't think Andrew's one is bad, but Peter waking up realizing his powers, in my opinion, is better. Like he realizes he has muscles. Tobey Maguire's I'm talking about right now. Like he wakes up and realizes he has muscles. Like he did go from skinny to muscular. Like his whole upper body is muscular. He puts on his glasses. Oh, by the way, he also looks in the mirror and sees himself really muscular, like posing. He puts on his glasses and realizes, why do I see not so clear with my glasses on? So he puts them off. He sees better. Puts them on again. He sees worse. Then he realizes he doesn't need the glasses anymore.